Today I'm going to show you how to install a screen swivel. I think screen swivel is one of the coolest modifications of all, and here I show you now how you can do it. So first you want to put the screen into cleaning mode so you can actually remove the screen. You do it in the display settings. As you see, nothing is moving. Then on the bottom use a trim removal tool and pry open that lid. The kit I have came with the trim removal tool. Just pry it open carefully, you don't want to damage anything. Now you see here is the temperature sensor. The temperature sensor has here a little notch on the side. You can press it in with the trim removal tool or a little screwdriver so you can get it out. Keep that lid on the side. You have to modify this before you put it back. Here again you see the lock. You basically press that little button in and then you can pull out the plug. So next you want to remove the two bolts. My trim removal tool came with a wrench, as you see here, but the wrench really fits tight. I didn't like it, so I took the ratchet with the socket and I just open it with the ratchet. First bolt is out, so I put it to the side. Now remove the second bolt. Since both bolts are out, you can pull out the monitor. You gotta wiggle a bit to the left and right until it comes carefully loose. Just always make sure you keep it in your hand, you don't wanna drop it. When you put it down, protect it with a rag or with a cushion or pillow or something so it doesn't get scratched. Now you have to remove this holster from the back of the monitor. It has two screws, they're Torx screws. Now I can slide out that holster, don't lose the screws. Now you have to remove that white clip. The white clip is a little bit tricky to get off. I had to pry in with a screwdriver from the side so I could really get to it. As you see, I went in to the side, pried it open. You don't really break it, you just push it a little bit out so the hooks get loose and then you can remove that white piece. Now you see it's slid up already. Now I can slide it along the harness and I can take it out. Here you see the lock. You see how I press the lock from the side? I had to loosen up that lock so it doesn't get caught up with the connector. Here one more time, different angle. The lock on the bottom has to open. Here I show you how I went in with the screwdriver. Now I have to remove the red plug. There's again a lock here on the bottom. I press it in. Once the lock is pressed, I can carefully remove the harness. It's better if you pull on the plug and not on the harness itself, so the wires don't come loose. Now I can put the monitor to the side. Now I slid out the holster. This is part of the swivel kit. So I put that in and I used the existing bolts and put them in. First one and then the other one. Position the bolts first before you tie them. So when both bolts are in, then you can tie the bolts so you make sure you still fit the second bolt. I used again the ratchet, same as before. And I just tie the bolts. You might have to move that swivel piece on the bottom so you can have access to the bolts. Now I can put this new cover which came with the kit over the swivel, slide the harness through, make sure it goes all the way over the swivel. You might have to go one side first and the other side so it actually fits in nicely. Again, I had to turn the swivel a little bit, then position and make sure all the clips around it go under the trim, under the existing trim of the car. Once it's installed, you see it's in all the way everywhere. There's some shims you could put in case the gap on the top is too big. I didn't bother with the shims too much, I think the gap is not too bad. I never look behind the screen anyway. Now you go back to the screen. You see this is how we removed the holster earlier. Put the new holster back and use again the existing screws. But what you gotta do is you gotta put the screws first in before you put the holster. I'm showing you here you can't install it wrong, there's only one way to do it. Now as you see the circle of the screws is a little bit bigger, so you gotta put the screws in first before you put that holster back on the screen. Same on the other side. Now I can tie the screws. Those screws don't need excessive force, it's plastic, you might break them if you tie them too hard. Now I'm able to put that red plug in. Make sure when you put it in it really locks. You usually even hear a little click. So I put that white sleeve, I think it's like a secondary lock, over it. Then you plug in and you push the sleeve all the way down so it's locked as well. Now I have to slide in the screen from the front and position it with the bolts. I can put the two bolts in. Make sure you use left and right bolt, line it up, maybe even have somebody to help so you don't drop the screen before you have the bolts positioned. So now is the screen in place. Let's go back to the sensor which I told you earlier. We have to remove the sensor from the existing cover. Make sure you clean up those screws, there might be a little bit plastic on it. Then remove the cover. You see the new swivel, the one I had, came with two different covers. One is like a square hole and the other one has like a round hole. Apparently there is two different versions from Tesla and you use the one which fits your car. So for me the square one fits, I just put it in there, tie the screws, and now I can put it back into the monitor. So make sure you put the plug back in. This is the same thing. Usually you hear like a click when it's locked. You can really feel it when it's sitting firm. Then you have to slide it in from the top and get it in the right position. So perfect, now almost I'm done. It's all the way in. As you see, once it's mounted, the screen goes left and right, but also it goes up and down. You can even swivel it a little bit to the right and a little bit to the left. It looks like a real clean mount to me. If the gaps are too big for you, it came with shims which you couldn't add. I didn't want to add them. Again, you can swivel it left and right. And check the video description below. I will send you some referral links. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you see more of this kind of videos.